Hey YouTube, I just wanted to take a moment to tell my debt-free story because it's made a big impact on how I live my life. It started back in Christmas of 2007 when my brother-in-law gave me Dave Ramsey's book, The Total Money Makeover. The book was a quick read, and I thought to myself, we can do this. It was just 7 easy steps. But we really didn't do it. Sure, we did step 1, and we kept $1,000 back for emergencies. We didn't have any credit card debt, but we did have debt. And we didn't try to pay off our debt. We just made minimum payments. We didn't budget or save. We just lived from paycheck to paycheck. In spring of 2008, we decided to add on to our house. We added on a garage with an upstairs. We did the work ourselves to make it cheaper, but we still borrowed money from my 401k to help fund it. By Christmas of 2009, we had the addition built, the entire house was resided, and the entire house had been re-roofed. But it still needed the upstairs of the addition to be finished. This is when we hit our breaking point. The first thing that happened was that our dogs needed their pet medication. So we bought 6 months worth like usual. It was around $300. Then we needed new tires on the SUV. That was around $600. Oh wait, we still had Christmas coming up and we hadn't bought all of our presents yet. So we had to use our $1,000 emergency money to be able to help pay for all of these things. This is when it hit me that we have no control over our finances. If there was money in the bank, we'd spend it. Tires, pet medications, Christmas presents, these things aren't emergencies. We knew they were coming, but we didn't save for them. I knew we needed to get control of our money, or we would be in this same situation year after year. So on January 1st, 2010, we started our Total Money Makeover for real this time. My wife and I started making a budget every month. We put cash into envelopes to keep us from overspending on groceries and eating out. For the first time in our lives, we actually saved systematically every month. We saved for things like Christmas and birthdays, house insurance, property taxes, pet expenses, car repairs, and medical expenses. We knew these expenses were coming. Maybe not when they were coming, but they were coming. After paying our monthly bills and saving, we took what little money we had left over and we split it between finishing our house and paying off our debt. Our debt consisted of a car loan, a camper loan, 3 401k loans, and a mortgage. Our minimum debt payments alone were $1,497 a month. That didn't leave us much extra money to pay on debt or to finish our house. After 4 months of not getting much traction, I knew we needed to jumpstart our debt snowball. So I decided to sell my Harley Davidson motorcycle. It was paid off and we'd be able to sell it to pay off our SUV. So we did, and the debt snowball began to roll. In November of 2011, we were very close to paying off all of our consumer debt, but my car's transmission went out. The car had 217,000 miles on it, and it wasn't worth fixing. I really wanted to have all our debt paid off in 2 years. That was my goal. But we had to stop our debt snowball and start saving for a car. By late January 2012, we were able to buy a used car for $6,000, and we started back paying on our debt snowball. By April 2012, we had paid off $49,705.46. We were debt-free except for our house. Now that our only payment was our house, we could build up cash quickly. We started saving for our emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of expenses. When we were just about to that goal, once again life happened, and we had to use that money to replace my wife's car. So we bought her a used car for $8,000 cash. This is when we stepped back and reevaluated our financial plan. Our mortgage wasn't very big, so we decided let's pay off our house as well. So we started rolling the debt snowball again to pay off our mortgage. So in December of 2013, we became completely debt-free when we paid off our house, bringing our total paid off to over $75,000. After starting the Total Money Makeover, we quickly noticed that we stopped stressing over money and bills. We didn't have to worry anymore about how we would have to pay for something because we had already set that money aside. I don't know how many times in the past we actually stressed out and tried to get as much money gathered up or work as much overtime as we could just to be able to pay our property taxes or our house insurance. Those bills just seemed to creep up on us even though they showed up the same time every year. This new system took that all away. It took us only 4 years to become completely debt-free. Now just imagine how it is now that we're debt-free. All that money that we paid out in payments, that's all now extra money in our pocket. It sure doesn't take us long to save for something now if we want to buy something. This system has changed my life, and it's definitely changed my future. Thanks for watching, YouTube.